Today we will discuss about the magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor. So if we have a straight conductor through which current is passing, so what will be the shape of the magnetic field around the conductor? So around the conductor there will be magnetic field. So what will be the shape of that one, and what will be the direction of magnetic field? If for a bar magnet we know it is from north to south, but if a wire is carrying current, how we can determine in which direction the magnetic field is there? So that things we will discuss first. So for this one, to find the pattern of the magnetic field, we have an activity. So we will move to the activity now. We will just think about the experimental setup to find the magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor. For that one, what we have to do is we have to take a plain sheet of cardboard or any thick paper like this. In this thick paper, inside this one we can allow a wire to pass through this one, and we can connect this one to a particular electrical circuit. You can go for a resistor also, and you have the main thing is you need a cell for this one, and key and whatever normal electrical setup that we can connect to this one. So through this one, from this one you can see the current is upward because this side is positive. Now you have to put iron fillings or the iron small pieces of iron on over this one. So you can see these iron fillings will arrange themselves in a particular pattern. So if you do this one practically, you can see this will arrange in such a way that these iron fillings makes the concentric circle. Concentric circle means we will have many circles, one outside other, and for all the circles the center will be this current carrying wire. So it says that the direction of the magnetic field pattern is concentric circle like this. Now if you want to find the direction of this circle, or what is the direction of magnetic field, if you keep a small compass needle here, you can see this one will show this direction like this. Here it will show the direction like this. Now if you develop a theory for this one, we can get the right hand thumb rule. So we will discuss the right hand thumb rule separately. We already discussed about the activity. So this activity we can do in the lab. When you are coming to the school, we can do this activity in the lab. So the result of the activity, what you are going to get, already we discussed. It will make the concentric circle. When we get this concentric circle also, this circle it can be clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the direction we want to find out. So if you keep a small magnetic compass on that sheet where we are putting the iron fillings, we can find out what is the direction of the magnetic field. But every time it is not possible. For example, you have a problem or you have a question in the examination. The current is in a particular direction. What is the direction of the magnetic field? There we cannot go for all these experiments. So there should be some rule. So for that one we have a standard rule for finding the direction of magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor. That rule is called as right hand thumb rule. So as the name says, we have to apply this rule using our right hand. So as per the rule, if this is the current carrying conductor, I am taking such a pen so that this arrow mark you can take the direction of the magnetic field. So if the current is going upward, so you have to grab or you have to hold the current carrying conductor with your right hand. It's very important, with right hand in such a way that these fingers are curling around this one and this thumb shows the direction of magnetic field. So when we hold like this, if the thumb is showing the direction of the current, the direction of the current, the remaining fingers will show the direction of magnetic field. So this is right hand thumb rule. So you have to grab the current carrying conductor in such a way that thumb shows the direction of current, then the remaining fingers will be in the direction of the magnetic field. So here when we tell about the remaining finger itself, we can say from this side, if you see the fingers are from this side to this side, and here it will be like this, so that it makes a circle. And its application will come when a question comes something like you have a current carrying conductor which is from north to south or south to east. For example, it is in this direction from this side to this side. So what will be the direction of magnetic field above this one? What will be the direction of magnetic field below this one? Such questions will come. So very simple, if the current is this way, you have to hold your right hand like this. So you can see above the wire, the direction is like this. The fingers are going like this. And below the wire, it is like this. So such application you have to take. Now one more thing, always the question may not be about the current which is moving like this. Sometimes it will be a beam of electron. So if the beam of electron is moving this way, you should know when the electron is moving in a particular direction, we have to take the current in the opposite direction because the electron is negatively charged. So this also we will discuss now. As the application of this right hand thumb rule, you think if a question comes like this, we have a current which is from east to west. So east to west means we have to take just like the map. So map how the north, south, this is north, this is south. So this will be east and this will be west. So the current is from east to west like this. This is I. So what is the direction of magnetic field? Above this one, above this current carrying wire. And what is the direction of magnetic field below the current carrying wire? Like that questions can come. So what you have to do is you just keep your pen like this. You think this one has a current carrying wire and we know this side is the direction of magnetic field. You just hold this one with your right hand. Then it is very clear. Above this one, the magnetic field line is from this side to that side like this. And below it will be opposite direction. So like that you have to find out. So here we can say this is from south to north. And below the wire it will be from north to south. So the magnetic field line will be above, it will be from south to north, and below it will be from north to south. So if the question is the wire is carrying from south to north, then the picture will be like this. And if it is from the other direction, then according to that one you have to draw. So before solving such thing, first you should draw like this, north, east, west, south. You do like this, then it will be easy for you to do. Some in the notebook you draw this one, then you draw this one, and you have to try to find out. Now if the current is like this, the same thing. If a beam of positive charge or proton is moving, same thing. If the question is some electrons are moving like this, there only the difference comes. You have to remember, if the electron is moving in this direction, then the current is in the opposite direction. And make sure that you are always using the right hand, not left hand. Just now we discussed about the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. For example, you have a wire like this. If the current is upward, you have to hold like this. That's what we discussed. But always the current carrying conductor may not be straight. Sometimes it will be in some other shape also. So if it is a circular shape, if the current carrying conductor is in a circular shape like a ring, so how will be the magnetic field? For that one also we can draw. There also we can use the same right hand rule. So for example, your current carrying conductor is in a round like this. Okay, so your wire is like this. For example, let the current be this side, it is going up. So what we have to do is, here also we will apply the same principle only. Here the current is going up, so it is coming here, here it is coming down. So you can hold it like this. See here it is, the current is upward. So you see here, inside this one the magnetic field is like this, and outside it is coming out here. Now if you go to this side here it is like this. So always you can see from this side the magnetic field is entering here and it is coming out like this. So all around the conductor it will be like this. So drawing this one is also important. Now we will draw this one in the paper so it will be clear for you. So if you have a circular coil or a circular ring, in that one if the current is passing, how the magnetic field will be there. For easy remembering, you can take another way also. This, instead of holding this right hand rule like this, if you take opposite also it will work. That is, if like this many ring is there, means these fingers also you can hold in the direction of current. So inside this one the direction of magnetic field will be given by this thumb. That is, if the current is going like this, you hold like this. So this thumb will show the direction inside. Inside the magnetic field will be in this direction. But this is the correct thumb rule for you. When it becomes more coils and only you have to use like this. But if you remember this one also, it's enough. Using this one itself you can find out, because you will have confusion if you go for two ways. Okay. But if in some other books if they are showing like this, you should not get confusion. That's why I explained that way also. So like this you can check. If the current is upward, inside it is like this. So this side also. But remember that you have to always use the right hand only. Accidentally you are writing the examination, because of that one if you hold with left hand it will go wrong. So right hand only you have to use. So this one we will draw in the paper, so it will be clear how the magnetic field lines will be there. And for this one also we have an experimental setup. So to find the magnetic field, what we are doing is you will take a plane, cardboard plane, and that plane we will fix this one. So how the field lines is coming, that you can see there by putting the iron fillings, same way as the other experiment. Now, if we are finding the magnetic field due to a circular current carrying conductor, then the same type experiment we can do. Here we have the same type cardboard or a thick paper, and your circular current carrying conductor is kept like this, that is half above this one and remaining half will be below this one, and this will have some cut so that we can take the current, so the current will be going like this. Okay, now what happens is same iron fillings you will put here. So here around this one it will make circles, around this one also you will make circles. So you will get the particular pattern for that one. So if you study that pattern in detail, how the pattern will be, that many times it came as a question for drawing the pattern. So that we will do separately. For example, this circular coil I am drawing like this. For you to understand easily, I am making it little bit thick. Okay, so that let the wire be little bit thick like this. Okay, now let the current be upward direction like this. Here it is downward. Now you see here, if you use the right hand thumb rule here, inside the current will be like this. When we are drawing this one, you see here, I am drawing this one above this one. So this part of the ring is below the field line, and here I am drawing like this. So here the ring is above and the field line is below that one. Here it will be like this. Here again it will be like this. Here it will be like this, and when it comes here it will start to make concentric circle. These also circles only, but it will make a very big circle outside. Here also it will come like this. Now if you take the direction, so you can draw it like this. Okay, so the direction is, if you use the right hand rule, you can see all this direction will be toward this side. See, if here it is this side, it will go like this, and here it will be like this. Here it is towards outside, this side it will be towards inside, here it will be inside. So this is the way of finding the magnetic field due to a circular ring carrying current. If the current is in the opposite direction, same picture, same shape will be there, but the arrow mark all will be in the opposite direction. That is the only difference. Now we will think about solenoid. Solenoid means, if you have a wire like this, insulated copper wire, this wire is having a big plastic insulation. In the actual solenoid, the wire will be having a small, like painting, very thin wire only will be, insulation only will be there. So you see here, if you take any cylindrical material and you are winding this one over this, like this, a shape of a spring, and you remove it. If you remove it, you can get in the shape of a cylinder. You will get the wire in the shape of a cylinder like this. Like this you will get the shape of a cylinder. It is not overlapping, one by one wire you will get. This closely wound wire in the shape of a cylinder, this is called as a solenoid. So solenoid means a insulated copper wire which is wound closely in the shape of a spring. That is called as solenoid. So this one I am not using now because this is a metal thing. So because when metal comes, it is a different, that's why. If you take a paper roll and above that one, if you do, that is a solenoid. And if you don't have anything inside empty also, it will work as a solenoid. So we have many number of turns like this, and it will be very long also when you are using that. So you know what happens, each round will make a magnetic field. So this one will have a big magnetic field. Its magnetic field lines will be similar to a bar magnet. Inside also there will be magnetic field, and outside, this outside magnetic field will be negligibly small. Inside we will have parallel lines. When the magnetic field lines are parallel, the meaning is inside we have a uniform magnetic field. So inside a solenoid we have a uniform magnetic field, and outside we have the magnetic field line similar to a bar magnet. So this also, when we draw in the paper, you will understand how it is. About the solenoid, when you are drawing the solenoid, the shape of the solenoid should be good. So for that one, what you can do is, in your textbook, in your notebook, you will have some line like this. So you draw in such a way that this solenoid fits inside 2 line or 3 line or whatever. So you can draw like this. So the shape is like a spring. So you just fill inside with the 2 lines or 3 lines like this. So this makes the solenoid. Okay. So this is a current carrying thing. So you have to draw the positive and negative. A battery you can draw here. So this is carrying. So this is a solenoid. So for this solenoid, this is very closely wound. Now how will be the magnetic field for this solenoid? Already we discussed. Center we can draw the straight line like this. And if you use the right hand rule, you will get this side as north and this side as south. You think about this only one line. You apply the right hand rule there, then you will get. Okay. If you apply this side will be north and this side will be south. If you apply the right hand rule for this one, you will get this side will be north and this side will be south. Now the center line is like this and the next will be like this, and you can see slowly it will bend here downward also. Next one also inside it will be straight. Here it will start to bend and make like this. Next one will be like this and the end it will make like this. So the magnetic field line will look like the magnetic field of a bar magnet itself. But you should remember inside we have parallel lines. So the meaning of these parallel lines inside is, inside the solenoid the magnetic field is uniform. That is the meaning. So the magnetic field inside solenoid is uniform, and this diagram also you should know to draw how the magnetic field lines. So this outside it will look similar to the bar magnet itself, but inside it will be parallel. So inside the magnet we have a very strong uniform magnetic field. That's the main point. Now the same thing we can make use in the case of our electromagnetic. There we are drawing like this. So inside we have a iron piece or a steel piece. So here also we are applying the same thing. So this will act like a magnet. So that is called as electromagnet. So we are making use of this property of the solenoid to make a magnet. So such a magnet is called as electromagnet. Now this solenoid we already discussed when we discussed about the solenoid. Inside this one is empty. Now if it is not empty, for example you have a solid iron inside that one. So if you have a solid iron inside and you are doing like this, let it be a solid iron here. Now what happens is this one is producing a magnetic field. This magnetic field will be increased by this presence of this iron, and this total thing will act like a magnet. That is called as electromagnet. That is, we are making use of the magnetic field inside a solenoid by keeping a iron piece inside. So if in such a setup is called as a electromagnet. So this electromagnet, when we compare with the normal magnet, there are so much difference, because the normal magnet does not need any source of energy at all. Here we need some electricity for this electromagnet. And one more basic difference is here if you change the direction of current, we can change the direction of magnetic field also. North and south we can interchange by changing the direction of current. One more thing, the strength also we can vary. If you want to make more strength, you pass more current. If you reduce the current, the magnetic field strength also will reduce. So when you are applying this magnetic field, if you use the electromagnet, it is so much convenient. But we need a power source. That is very important. So for small purpose, we can use permanent magnets. But when you want to vary this one, when you want to change the direction of magnetic field and all, we will go for a electromagnet. So electromagnet means it is just like a solenoid. Inside the solenoid, we have a iron rod or a steel rod. That is called as an electromagnet.